mid lane tower, you immediately get access to the map, and it's this composition that can snowball very, very effectively off of these early pickups with the tower gold. So I'm expecting SK, but I'm not really sure there's much they can do about it. There's a big wave there. Now Marcoon's starting to walk out.
All right, Odo maybe the first one to arrive. Marcoon does get bopped and uses the scuttle crab to get a little bit of safety. Back up finally from Certus, and it's XL that get first blood, punishing Marcoon. A hop, a skip, a jump over the wall, and Certus gets one back for SK. Interrupted on the retreat, and he's low on mana. Limit will be able to arrive to the fray as well, but not in time to save Peach. Certus will be forced to flash finally over the wall, being chased down by Odo, who hops and uses those boomerangs to get the hyper, and a 2-for-2 early on.
The thing is, though, Marcoon was still getting a lot of the experience. Kind of helps out XL, or in a way, so...
He ended up, but didn't ends up with the 2 kills secured. We're back into fighting. Irrelevant's going to use the slice and dice to get to safety. Marcoon's trying to help out as Odo hops over the head of the crocodile. That's another kill secured for XL. Marcoon flashes forward to get another in reply. Odo's on the hunt. He's got 2 under his belt, and with blue and red buff on his champion, that will be an easy one to secure it. 3-0 jump onto.
Yeah, Doss has been spotted though by Limit, so they're well aware that SK are sitting in this brush.
Ooh, Marcoon Hex flashes over the wall. Limit and Peach step forward. That Glacial Prism will not lock anybody down. Keeper's Verdict sends only Limit away. Kill secured by XL. They managed to punish. Much more difficult for XL. That 13 or 1400 gold lead is already a great start. That's the stun secured onto Odo. Mega Nod's just about to time. He uses the ultimate, flashes and throws out the boomerang. Peach will arrive to the fight momentarily. That's a flash over the wall for Doss. Commits the bop on the head and kill secured by Irrelevant. Managing to Marcoon coming into this potential top lane. Hex flashes over the wall. The ultimate is available. Where does the Verdict get fired? Odo being run down, and we'll use that now by a couple extra seconds. Teleports committed from both sides. Peach now joins the fight, and will they be able to pick up Abba? No vision. I think they don't actually know he's there. Abba's going to step into the bush, and Marcoon gets shot in the face with that accelerated shock blast. Peach commits forward with the assault. Dredge line from Doss manages to buy some time. And with that prison going just a little wide, Marcoon survives. Irrelevant's TP in once again behind the teams. Mega Inferno Bomb tagging up Peach. Now it's Irrelevant fighting 2 as Peach is taken down by Certus. Looking to hop forward with that rocket jump. Abba's on 200, but they can't get the range. They can't get close enough. The bomb does it. Another for Certus, and SK take control.
In their last series, SK...
He went back to spend 5k, got himself the Kraken Slayer. Got himself a big damage boost, and Doss looking to Hex Flash over the wall. Marcoon's got his own flash available, and the ultimate starts to wind up the Poppy Copter and doesn't fire it yet. Tower secured the moment it falls. Marcoon's over and stuns up Peach right into the wall. Another kill secured from Certus, and he's going to use that rocket jump, going all the way forward. The engage from the Killer Instinct, and Patrick will get the shutdown, find himself the kill. Doss needs backup, Doss needs help. Exit Kick's trying to use the satchel in. Keeper's Verdict will kick away Patrick for now, and a 3-on-1. Abadage fires back with a shock blast. Another flash over the wall. Exit Kick gets another. Now the bouncing bomb goes over Patrick's head, and he's going to be able to shut down Exit Kick. 7 kills to 10. Nearly 1,000 gold separating the teams. A little bit more time before his ultimate is available, as does Marcoon. SK committed, 5 members inside the pit. Odo's coming from the top lane, and it's looking to turn, looking to burn, and that's a dead Braum in the river. Prison will catch Irrelevant for now. He's jumping onto Patrick. The Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't really do a lot. It forces XL to split up. Dredgeline connects onto the mid laner. Pop backwards with the satchel. Where's the damage follow-up? It takes time. They need the space. Bouncing Bomb will just force them back again.
We're going to be looking to see who can come out on top. And in the grand scheme of things, you're actually XL moving over towards the dragon when SK weren't ready for it.
I mean, XL in there very early. Keeper's Verdict will kick 2 away. Back up from SK, slowly moving it. Peach has still got the smite available. And in the smite fight, it's picked up by SK. XL are locked behind the wall, and they get themselves a kill to boot. But that was close. That was a low dragon. And ultimately, Marcoon's ulti.
And it's going to be a case of now what do SK want to set the focus on? And it's Baron at the 20-minute mark.
I did not actually think they were going to try it, and I was wrong. SK are inside the pit. All 5 members committed the teleports as well. Limit and Abadage as well as Peach are here for now. 2,000 hit points. It's low. 17 under the tower. It's secured already. But smite down, but that will be at the cost of Doss's life. SK just completely burned down the objective. stunning me, confusing me entirely, and they get out. I mean, they just know how quickly to burn it down. Unfortunately, didn't retreat quickly enough. Peach will throw the ultimate out and catch another kill. That's 2 Barons removed. The engage from the Killer Instinct is there. Certus jumped on hammer form from Amadage. 22 kills in 21 minutes. 3 of those Barons have been removed. So yes, you've got the gold. Now you don't gotta have that. Certus will at least reply. Use that E to take down this mid inner turret. It's 1 for 1. Certus should be able to escape with his life. The rest of SK committing onto the 2 members of XL. Depth charge thrown out. Odo1 then pulled back. Meganon is primed and up. Here comes Patrick with the Killer Instinct, but it's too little. It's a little too late. Certus is now fighting himself. 2 members of XL. The towers bring pressure. Then the inhibitor in the bottom lane, and that's going to be a dead Certus, dead mid laner at the cost of potentially this inhibitor. Recalls are now coming in, and SK will give up that mid laner for the objectives and for that bottom lane push.
And you're more than happy as that if you're SK, so you get kill for kill, but also the TP is up for your guy. Trace, you got the Ziggs already up here, whereas XL are only just coming out of base to try and scramble for it. So trying to see if they can pick up this tower, which looks like they might be able to do.
Satchel charge, I think, a little bit early. Peach still needs about 30 seconds for his ulti. One throws that down. Tower finally taken. Limit by some time going. Golden and Surges is incredibly low. Odo1 is not committed to the teleport. He's still pushing in that bottom lane. And the rest of SK now starting. The only thing they have to be concerned about is this bottom lane. Those supers are going to be met by Odo. He's in Meganon now, a little bit tired. Going to be not that full power for the fight. Limit is the first target, and Relevance already joining from behind. But the damage is onto Marcoon. He's the first victim, followed up by Limit. Odo1 then finally joins in. SK on retreat. Exit kick is low, and Certus is forced away. All of a sudden, there's a fight on 2 fronts. DOS will get run down by Odo1, who's charging up that Meganon.
Throwing down the ultimate, following up an exit kick, and you will 3-quarter health Patrick and make him out of the entire fight. But instead, they try to get onto the Limit, who's too tanky. Now SK trying to look for the steal. I don't think they have anything.
I don't think so either. Exit kick's got no ultimate available. Going to be very risky if he tries to use that Q. And
XL playing this slow, playing this calculated, and SK, they're struggling.
And remember, if anybody is low enough for the execution, the engage power from Patrick is huge. Mega Inferno Bomb tags up at least Patrick. DOS buys some time. Irrelevant had a long-range TP. Flushes into the fight, trying to stay alive long enough. DOS's Dreadclan won't find anything, and Odo gets a gigantic shield. His first kill of the fight will be irrelevant. All of XL beaten and bruised, but they're backing away and they survive.
And they should be able to move over towards the dragon as well that's just spawned. SK then as well. Certus just can't get through this front line alone. The members are just too tanky.
Because indeed, and as Peach caught out, ultimate is still on cooldown. A number of members trying to force him out. Finally, they find the kill. Still down 2 inhibitors. It's a 48-second death timer. And Baron alive, and they are nearby. Abbedagge is starting to back, may need to use that teleport. Marcoon's caught out by a Brawl multi, forced to flash to safety. Patrick's Killer Instinct forward, and Limit trying to buy some time. Look at the burst damage onto Certus. Melee range with the guy said he gets punished for it. Bring the hammer down from Abbedagge. 2 quick kills, and that might be game number 1 in the bag. SK are running for their lives. Exit kick, DOS and Irrelevant need to do something magical as the super minions are pouring into the base. Keep an eye on that poke damage. Keep an eye on those shock blasts. Irrelevant is pinned against the wall and taken out once again. Mega Inferno Bomb buys a couple of seconds of time, but it's 2 members against 5. The minion towers are dropping. The towers are falling. And XL need a little bit more time. Without those minions in the base, the armor is boosted, of course, on that tower. So a couple seconds more. 8 for Marcoon. He's got the Keeper's Verdict. I don't think there's enough time. Nexus turret falls. The Nexus is being burnt down and focused. It's finally over. XL win game 1.
In what was a slaughter of an early game, haymakers left and right. It looked like SK had just managed to squirm their way out ahead.
Join into this river fights and just take over, try to kill enemy AD carry as support.
Do you reckon this lane will be as much attention up towards the top side as we saw in the game earlier? Because I feel like it's going to be harder now with some of the champions.
Try and play it back, but let's see if he can at least get some gank going in this top side.
Odo1 is the first target once again. Held in place, knocked back and stunned as well. Irrelevant picks up a clean first blood. Away from the tower. That means Odo already falling behind.
Dragon now They're going to keep control of the bottom side. They got control over mid. And this is exactly what XL wants. Slow pace the game. They can play for dragons, play for... Don't think you win this unless you bring the entire cavalry.
This is sending a message of no. Dominus has been used. The wave has been cleared out. And Irrelevant has bought himself time. Marcoon has started off the dragon and Certus pushing onto the tower. Irrelevant, I don't think he knows there's so many members around. Gets caught with the dredge line. He's already sliced. He's looking for the dice and he's taken out by Odoamne. But what is the cost here? There is, of course, the dragon secured in the bottom lane. Certus, I think he's got himself another couple of plates. And Abadage going to be under a little bit of pressure here as the wave is now pushing for yet another tower secured by SK.
I think XL are kind of misunderstanding what they need to be doing right now. They should be
under some threat. He's still got the flash available to him. Dragon is secured and Certus is able to... Well, listen, it's 20 minutes on the clock, so that means SK are going to start the Baron and most likely secure it. They've done it every single game in groups. Instead, they're pushing into the jungle, and Marcoon forced to flash away. DOS buys some time with the quickness, and Irrelevant completes the teleport. Odoamne's held onto his TP. Certus's teleport. And if this is just a straight-up front-to-back, how does Certus find a target? Abadage got himself that Emperor's Divide, which will be huge for the 4 members of SK standing in front of him. Belt has been fired. Baron down to 6,000. Keeper's Verdict gets rid of Peach for now. Patrick tries to rocket jump to safety, and the Emperor's Divide sets the line once again. Certus manages to find the kill onto Abadage, but Patrick is able to escape for now. Marcoon looking to run him down. An exit kick holding off what looks like 3 members of XL. All of a sudden, Irrelevant is knocked back, and Patrick versus Marcoon and Certus. Keep your eyes on exit kick on the left as he's trying to find Limit, trying to find Odo, but they just don't have the speed for now. 1 kill for 2 in favor of SK. They managed to find the angle and find the kills they needed.
They might find Baron off the back as well. They're now immediately moving over towards that. DOS the only one down, so SK, they might have actually turned the Baron into a big favor for them.
I mean, the fact that they were able to find Abadage so quickly. Certus diving onto the backline. Patrick caught out as well. Baron secured. SK win the fight. And the dragon is available. Do they have enough time to get there? Irrelevant with that teleport available. He's starting to back. Will shop and looks to defend the top lane. Tower secured for SK. The 5th of the game unlocked for them. And they are making this composition work. Irrelevant. Does he fancy himself a fight?
He's just hiding.
Buying time. Look at the rest of the squad. Emperor's Divide used fairly early. Slice over. Marcoon's nearby. Blast Cone will at least get Abba over the wall. The Hextech gates are used, but now it's all of a sudden Irrelevant to Marcoon, facing down Peach and Abadage. No one else from XL is around. Abadage's good, no ultimate available to him, no flash available to him. DOS is over the wall as well. The Blast Cone buys another little bit of time, but Abba is killed by SK. The tension is now turning onto Odoamne, who is run down by the Bash duos of Certus and Irrelevant, and Limit is the next target. They managed to punish the hiding, the deception from Irrelevant. And the fact that they had the Hextech gates unlocks another gigantic advantage.
And the fact that Patrick was bot lane. SK were like, I mean, yeah, we can definitely take this. You haven't got half your damage here, especially if they kill Abadage. And now SK, they're still got a little bit of this Baron buff left, and they should be able to move in towards the towers.
Pushing in both top and middle lane. It's 20 seconds for Odo. 13 seconds for Abadage. Patrick already forced to use that rocket jump to safety. Peach trying to buy time with the ulti, but he's being run down by multiple members of SK using that gate to get out of range. The Shuriken's finally dropping him. Limit is up. Abadage is now coming forward. Inhibitor will fall, and SK have taken some poke damage. And Irrelevant is not exactly the most important target. Sand Soldier's fired forward. Dredge line catches onto DOS. No flash for him, no ulti either. Certus re-engages. He's looking for the kill to Limit and will find it, but it is at the cost of Exekick's life. Now Certus looking for another one to Patrick. Dashes forward. Perfect execution is unavailable. Goes golden. He gets the double. He pulls it off perfectly, executing XL inside their base. It's now Odoamne versus 4. Another inhibitor will fall, and Odo is so low. He needs to heal up. He cannot stand toe-to-toe with everybody on SK's side. SK will even out the series, make a statement, the composition, and they now turn their attention to the Nexus. Peach is back up. They'll take just a couple seconds, and with that verdict, we are going to game number 3.
XL tried to play for that Baron, and it ends up coming back to bite them. I like the idea. It's like, look, we can't really fight into the amount of vision SK have set up. but they just need to peel that back that bit quicker. LeBlanc kind of needs a little bit of time where she'll look for poke and prodding. Same when you look towards Ashe, which we've traditionally seen a Triforce build out of her. I think in this situation, you need to go a little bit more on his so you can actually play for team fights.
Patrick and Limit's level 1 and level 2s all series long have generated some sort of advantage.
Ward is on the top side as well, so they know where Peach is. He's only going to be coming into the spot, so it's Marcoon's trying to get in ahead.
Limit's got no flash available to him. He's caught out by the Sejuani as well as the Nautilus. And first blood goes to EpicSkillshot on the Ezreal. That was fantastic from Marcoon. Abbedagge actually taking the land, those Force of Wills and scattered the weaks. Marcoon again looking to jump onto Odo. Got that Hex Flash, immediately does so, and that's a stun connecting. Odo taken out by Irrelevant. Counter Crystal Arrow is available for Patrick. Certus coming from behind, flanking with his team. Ashe Arrow connects, the follow-up is good, and they turn away from the Herald. Great play from XL. They get the objective, they get the kill, and it lands in Patrick's back pockets.
I'm surprised by how many members of SK actually started to walk up towards that, because you can look at bot side. EpicSkillshot's like, oh no, DOS.
Ooh, the engage from Peach gets away from the dredge line at least. Unleash Power does some, scats as well. Wilbur stun up multiple members, and so does the Counter-Strike. That's Limit left for dead. And SK are not done yet. Flash available for DOS if he needs it. Manages to catch out on the minion that actually was thrown forward by Certus, but SK punish XL and find themselves 2 more kills. If Patrick sticks around, he could be in trouble. The only reprise that XL have is Abbedagge pushing that middle lane.
That was the problem though, because Abbedagge was pushing the middle lane, he's not there for the play on top side. Will end up finding Marcoon is going to take the majority of the wave mid, so that's still fine. Certus might catch him as well, actually.
Abbedagge's got that flash, got that distortion, is stunned up, is scattered, is taken down by Certus. 2-0-1, 2,000 gold lead, and they are being pushed further and further back. They're in some trouble here as Abbedagge at least dodge the scat of the week. Peach can come in, no teleport for Irrelevant either. Nature's Grasp should be pretty good. Forces the flash and still gets tagged just on the tip. Engage once more and Certus will go down. Kill should be secured by Abbedagge. The first of the game for him, and importantly, one of the most fed members there for SK.
Yeah, you can see that SK.
Crystal Arrow is there for Patrick. Keep your eyes on it. When does he fire? Irrelevant is starting to recall. I think they may just be conceding this dragon, but Marcoon stepped a little too far forward. He is focused and he is shut down.
TP as well.
Now Irrelevant is TPing into the river after a member of his team has already died. He does get poked some damage, but is able to leap away to safety. The rest of XL looking for another target. Dredge line from DOS goes forward, but there's just not enough damage to take down Odo one day. Unfortunately for them, Peach sticks around in the jungle for too long. He is dropped. Abba's trying to find the angles, but he's only got really that static shift for now. Needs a little bit more time, a little bit more items to be able to have a larger impact. I mean, I think for XL, need to get some more gold to both Patrick and Abbedagge. It is in fact Peach with the biggest advantage, player versus player. Limit is the first focus here. The tower stays alive just a few moments longer. 1 for 1. Make that a second as the tower now falls. Peach is being chased down as Abbedagge's got the mobility. He's looking for Certus and Odo's chasing with him. EpicSkillshot and Irrelevant a little too far away. At the end of the day, it's 2 for 2, but the towers have fallen in the middle lane. And Odo Wame is now being pushed back. EpicSkillshot and Irrelevant can take a second tower after this team fight. And Odo's going to be interrupted from that Poppy W. Odo's looking for more. Can they find any more
back under the map, or at least get the vision control so you can attack SK before they hit the objective? And at least for the moment, looks like that might be in the bot side here against the Irrelevant.
The question is, how do they deal with this Jax in the side lane? The answer right now is 2v1. Irrelevant's going to throw down that Grandmaster. He's jumped on by Abbedagge, rooted in place, and this is just a beautifully played 2v1. Eventually more support comes in. The kill goes to Abbedagge. He's 4-1 and 2. He's got himself that Night Harvester as well, and with 30 seconds to Dragon, that's nearly perfect timing to at least gain control of the area. They find another kill. That's at least another engage onto DOS, who is shut down where he stands. Limit's quickness is held in place by the prison, but Irrelevant does have a TP, 20 seconds. I don't think SK want to contest this. It's the second Dragon, but it's X. All the rest of the backup is there. Abba goes forward to the W, jumps right back out, and SK unable to close the distance to find the angle just yet until Peach gets caught out as he's inside the jungle. Nature's Grasp is holding down members of SK. They didn't have Certus, they didn't have EpicSkillshot, so they weren't able to find that kill.
They did have a big stun though, which meant that they were able to get out of there. Irrelevant though, no flash, no TP, and XL, they just got this space in front of Baron.
Oh, do they commit to this? Are they looking for the fight? No arrow, no Nature's Grasp. available to them. EpicSkillshot trying to poke on the side lanes, and Irrelevant is coming all the way from base. No TP, he used it just a moment ago. Abadag is hopping over the wall, trying to be a nuisance and distraction. That's the engage from Odo. He's managed to find Margoon, but it's all of a sudden the scatter the weak and the unleashed power that finds the kill onto Patrick. But Abadag still remains mostly healthy, mostly alive. He needs to deal with the Jax, he needs to deal with an Ezreal. It's a 1-for-2.
See the results. XL are getting control of this game, but Peach needs to run.
Peach once again the target, a little bit disconnected from the rest of the team. Many members of SK should be able to run him down. Can XL do anything in reply? Limit has got the quickness, has found the engage. Abadag jumps forward, but that's a second kill secured by SK. EpicSkillshot will be able to use that E to get away from the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Not tagged this time, and Abadag looking for the chains, can't find it. Peach got punished by SK's move. And unfortunately, as Limit tries to save him, it's now 5 versus 3. No jungler, no smite. SK, luckily for XL, not many objectives to fight for unless SK look at this Baron with 20 seconds before Peach is alive.
Yeah, they need EpicSkillshot here though. They're an artillery cabinet at the moment, and it lands on Odo.
Ooh, Odo gets caught out by Scan of the Weak, forced to use that flash. Abadaga's got so much damage. Third item, Void Stop, was completed, and you see the burst onto SK. And does he pull the trigger? There's the ward. Vision is great here. And XL have got a couple of options behind the pit, in front of the pit. Abadag needs to get through that Banshee's Veil. Dredgeline connects onto Limit, who runs away for his life. Prison's thrown out. Nature's Grasp is much better than the Sedge ultimate, and all of a sudden it's XL on the offensive. They've got themselves one already. Irrelevant's running for his life, and EpicSkillshot has got the long-range poke. But that was just a significantly better, higher impact ulti from the Maokai. Abadag gets jumped on, caught out, and Irrelevant doesn't have the range just yet. Certus has used the unleashed power. The members of XL still keeping that Baron aggro. Irrelevant needs to find the stun, needs to find the CC. But Patrick, as well as Abadag, are still relatively healthy. They keep poking and prodding. That's EpicSkillshot chunked out to 30%. Irrelevant's finally found Abadag, but now on the reply, Odoamne is looking and finding EpicSkillshot. The Baron's about to fall in favor of XL, but SK are relying on Irrelevant. He's got too many members to deal with. It's XL finding kill after kill, and the Baron to boot.
The fact that they managed to get EpicSkillshot on the back of that fight, Odoamne sneaking his way through the goalpost, is absolutely insane. To finish off the slow whittling that Abadag has been doing is incredible. Now the ult.
Asharo connects, but that was fairly well buffered. Unfortunately, there's too many members of XL close by. Margoon throws out the ulti and it doesn't do enough. The Nature's Grasp is zoning away and held Certus just in place, or popped his Banshees rather, for Patrick to find another. 3 members are down. Baron-empowered minions are pouring into the base, and XL are on the verge of securing the series, securing the win, and keeping the dream alive.
Yeah, they'll be able to continue pushing forward. There's no minions at the moment, though, but they're still going to keep hunting. Odo really wants to get this. The cannon minion is the only thing that's left alive.
Odoamne and XL, the journey this year has been wild, and as the Nexus turrets are falling, XL are going to be 1 step away from the season finals. With this win, they guarantee a minimum of 3rd. If they win one more BO5, they go to season finals, the road to Montpellier. For a team that was absolutely irrelevant for the first 2 splits of the year, they are stepping up and standing up in summer where it really matters most.